Right, let's try this again. So where I was at is that you can... Should we start again? Should I start from the beginning? Because I think I'll delete the other video. Right, so what I was talking about is this time is a really important time that you can really work on your business. So many times as salon owners we get told that, we say that we haven't got the time to be working on our businesses, and in fact we actually have all the time in the world now. So there's so many things that you could be doing right now to work on your business, to make sure that you come back stronger, that you come back with an engaged team and an inspired team, and with engaged clients who are super excited to be back there. I mean, they're going to be anyway, but there's lots that you can be doing. So let's have a look at what it is, some of the things that you can be doing. So in Australia, I know at the moment they are in Alert 3, I think it is, so that they are still able to sell their retail. So that's something they could do and have orders coming in. Then you're also, I think, in Alert 3, so you can still have your team members going into your business and maybe doing some cleaning and, clearing out some stuff or going through anything that needs to be done. In New Zealand, that is not an option. We don't, essentials are the only things that are being allowed to go out, so we can't sell retail at all. However, there are other things that you're able to do to be able to move your business forward in the long run. So some of those things that I want to talk about, first let's talk about what you can do as a business owner and your team. So the first thing that you could be doing is you could be getting your team members online, some sort of online Zoom platform, anything like that, and you could be having team meetings. Now within those team meetings, what you can be doing is you could be doing some training, and it could be training for sales, so you could be doing sales superstar training. The other thing that I highly recommend, if you haven't done already, is implementing the role profiles. So setting up individual team members meetings online and going through your role profiles and what it is your expectations are, and so that when you come back from this, you are stronger, you're a team that is stronger, and that you are a business that is stronger. So you can do the role profiles and match them with a performance development review. From there, you'll highlight any training needs that are required, and it may be just training like rebooking training, or it could be maybe a different type of training. It could be a course or anything like that. But it is going to highlight the training needs for your team members, which maybe you could be able to do while you are in this lockdown period or Alert 3, wherever you are. Sales Superstars, another one. Get on there and do that training. You do want to be setting yourselves goals for April. I know that probably one of my biggest fears is that as salon owners, as salon owners, it's really easy to take that time out and pause without actually doing anything to move your business forward. And if you're not taking this time to do that, then your business may not change or be stronger when you go back. So it's a perfect time to have a little bit of a reset. You could be you could be going through some of the collections. If social media is not your thing, but you really want to gain a social media following and you want to up your game on that and gain more followers on Instagram, or maybe on Facebook or Twitter, whatever it is, you've got your Harness the Power of Instagram collection that you can use to go and do that. Set yourself a goal for April, how many followers that you want to get. And I know some of you will be thinking, well, what am I going to post? But I'm going to go through that in a minute. And then mastering your mindset, that's another good collection. So it'd be really great if you could set some goals for April, look at what collections maybe you want to go through and implement, and still engage your team and still have team meetings with your team, because you don't want them to go weeks without not hearing from you or being engaged or upskilling them. There's lots that you can do with your team members in this time. So now let's talk about what you can do with your clients. So it's really important at this time that you're engaging your clients, that you're still there for your clients, and, you know, still having some engagement with them, still popping into their inbox or on their social media. So one of the things that you can do now is that you can be maybe doing a newsletter, you know, planning out a newsletter and sending one out every month. Now, in that newsletter could be anything from, you know, product, if you're selling some product, if you're able to do that. It could be a favorite recipe, it could be what you're up to as a team, anything like that. The other thing that I was going to say, which you could pop in there if you know how to do it, is with some links, is that you could be doing how-to tutorials or videos of videos of a certain subject, and be doing those. How-to tutorials are really good. I've seen some hairdressing salons, and I think one of our members is doing it, is teaching how to curl, which is awesome. So for those clients out there that don't know how to do that and they've got the time at home to learn and spend their time doing it, that's a really great thing to do. You know, beauty, you could be doing anything like that, from, you know, shapes of eyebrows to face shapes to, you know, what to be looking for in your skin, anything like that. So you want to be doing things to engage your clients and popping into their inbox. So I highly recommend doing a newsletter, even if it's just once a month, or, you know, you could do it every couple of weeks if you wanted to now, but once a month. And you could design a template now, and you've got like Canva that can design a template for you, and then that is your template, and you can go ahead and get 12 months worth of newsletters all ready to up and go. Then the other thing that you could do, we talked about how-to videos and tutorials. They're great. With the how-to videos, you could do a start up a YouTube channel, and you can start putting those on there as well. And I'm just looking at see if there's any comments. It's going a bit fast. How-to tutorials, do it on YouTube, and you can put it up there. And then again, that's just going to expand your reach and let other people know, you know, what you're doing and offering as well. Competitions are great at this time. You know, what type of competitions can you run? What type, you know, making people feel good. Have you got some like giveaways? Is there some stock that you could do? Is it, you know, share something, like run a competition every week, run a different competition for something and give away some sort of prize. It could be a gift voucher for your salon or your clinic, or it could be some product, it could be anything. So just get creative with it, and I think if you're engaging your clients in that way, they are going to love it. And remember, you want your clients to think of you first when it's time to come back and they're looking for their hair and beauty needs, although you'll be inundated. Give them ideas on, you know, social media or in your newsletter, ideas on what they can do for the lockdown, like if they've got children, or recipes, or, you know, self-care. You know, what else could they be doing for their skin? Drinking lots of water, you know, all those sorts of things. Share images of your team. You know, what are your team up to over this time? How are they using this time? You know, maybe your team members may want to do a how-to tutorial. And it doesn't have to be long, and it doesn't have to be polished, and it doesn't have to be edited or anything like that. It just needs to be seen. At the end of the day, it's not about being perfect, it's about being seen. Inspiring quotes are another thing that you could be posting as well. And just think about one of the things that a restaurant did, and I shared this in a circle call before, is a restaurant. There was 2 restaurants in America, and one of them was a Mexican restaurant, and they had to shut down and only could be open for delivery service, and they knew that their delivery service wasn't very big. So how could they actually pivot to, instead of like just packing up and going home? So what they did is they created an elite, I think they called it an elite gold membership, a VIP membership. And so for $1,000, the customer pays $1,000, and they got $2,000 credit, and then they also got happy hour prices, and it went off like a hit. Like, they loved it. So that was them thinking outside the square. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily what you need to do for your business, and it's something that has to obviously feel right for you, but that's one way they did it. And then a fine dining restaurant that had, 100, 150, 200 covers a day, they obviously pivoted as well because they had to shut. They didn't have a delivery service. So they actually shut their business down, the fine dining, and they created a family three pop-up restaurants, a family dining, a bagels, and a burgers, and then they are going off. So obviously where they were, people could still buy food and be out and about, or workers were out and about and stuff like that. So it wasn't a proper lockdown, like a full lockdown like in New Zealand. So there's different ways that you could do things, and so that's probably all I wanted to do, was get on here today and really encourage you to find ways that you can pivot and not pause. So working with your team members, working on your business, and then working with your clients. So that's all I really wanted to say. So keep safe, stay home, and I will talk to you all soon. And if you've got any questions, please ask away in the Facebook group. I'm always here to support you.